This conference will now be recorded.
Good. Hey guys, so good morning. Okay, fine. Now today I'll take a very short discussion, guys. Okay, and then tomorrow we'll start like as usual. And today my institute is opening here. No, I need to go for that. That is not like a very short session today. Fine. Now what we discussed last session, and the last session we discussed about now if you deploy any application you want, like as any web application, anything, where we do it apply? For example, let's say I have a Java application. That Java application created a var file. That var file I want to deploy as a container. That var file I want to deploy a container. Then what are the prerequisites to deploy that code, guys? What are the prerequisites to deploy? Now let's say this var file deployment. How do you do that? Tell me what are the prerequisites? First, we need a Linux. Okay, fine. Linux server or Linux server OS. Okay, Linux OS. Sorry. The next Java. Okay, good. And then next Tomcat. Okay, the next code base. Code base means like as we need to deploy the var file. Yes or no? This var we need to deploy inside the Tomcat. Which folder Tomcat? Which folder you want to deploy? Where we copy this var file inside the Tomcat? Which folder? Web apps folder. Web apps folder we are deploying into this. This is our requirement. This is our requirement. In case if this var file has inbuilt server means nowadays the people are using a Spring Boot is a framework. Spring Boot is a microservice framework. It's a microservice framework, and this microservice framework contains three internal servers, three internal web servers. Okay, one is that Tomcat, and is the like as what is that? Undertow, and another one is that Jetty. These three web servers it has included. Now by default is enabled by the Tomcat, and if you want you can do that like another two Undertow or else Jetty. Now that time you don't need to deploy any, you don't need to install Tomcat, you don't need to take a Tomcat image or anything. What do we do? Just we need a at that time what are the prerequisites? OS it is needed, that like base OS we need it. The next what we needed, and then Java is needed, and then finally what we do, we are running the like Java hyphen jar, that var name, like a var name or jar name. Okay, jar or name, jar name dot jar or var, jar or var, anything. Now you can run simply this command in your Dockerfile. That's it. You don't need to deploy, because if you run this, that server will be start automatically. The server will be start automatically. Now the same thing which in the Jenkins.var file will run, right? Jenkins.var file by default is the Jetty. Internally it has. Then the reason we don't need to deploy inside any Tomcat or anything. If you want to deploy Tomcat, that's optional. Like as you can copy that this what are the Jenkins.var file under the Tomcat server. You can deploy inside that also. Now that also it will work as same as the web application. As a Jenkins also is a one web application for us. One web application for us. Is it clear, guys? Now what is the requirement? And then now if you don't want to deploy, like as if you are using a Spring Boot framework, okay, like mostly 90% of people are using for microservice means Spring Boot for Java coding, Java application. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? uh, yes or no, guys? I need a confirmation. You guys knows about me, right? You guys should be participate, or else I don't know, you guys are understand. Okay, the next what we do next, let's implement this. If you want to implement this, what we should have a var file. Now sir, tell me one thing, why can't we use that, like downloading a code and then var file, and then in the container we don't need to keep it the entire your code in your container. You don't need to keep it every code. Now you need a output, like as final output package you want. Now that could be the reason we don't want to like as deploy into the this like entire code cloning and the maven and then no Maven M2 repository. You don't need to store into your container, because once the container go down, then everything will be lost. And then even that you don't need to, that container will be go very high, very heavy. Then that we don't need to require. Now we can use the only package need to deploy. Now you understand that what is a package? This var file is the one package. Jar is the one package. Final output, the final output which I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Then next what we do now? Then go for our server, and we had downloaded in the last week our code, right? This Spring Boot MVC we had downloaded. And if you guys remember, and last session, what we ran? We ran this and we got a target folder. Yes or no? Yes or no? No, we got a target folder. Now cd target folder, and the target folder, and we have a like as our var file we got. Now what we do? We need to copy this var file into where? Inside your tomcat web apps folder. Tell me, do we need to take? Do we need to take? Do we need to take for? Huh? Do we need to take again this installation Java installation tomcat? Do we need to take that much trick, or we need to go for like as official image? Which option we go? Tell me. Basically, 90% we go for the official images. 99% official images. That is lightweight images. Lightweight images. What is the lightweight images? We'll talk about. I'll tell you that what is this is what we are going to discuss today, and this is what we are going to discuss. These two topics we are going to discuss today, like as how to reduce your app. Now last time we discussed, like now what we are deployed, we deploy that this Java application, right? How much size it came around? Like as it came around 526 MB, right? 526 MB for small Java hello world application. Now what we do? We are gonna make the rates. We make the this reduce. We make this reduce. We'll see that how we can do that. How we can do that. Okay, that we'll discuss that also. The two topics we're gonna discuss today. Okay, once it is done, the next what next? Now we gonna write the Docker file. We're gonna write the Docker file. Now let's write a Docker file for this. Docker file. Tell me how to do write this. How to do write this? We need to take the official image. You can go for the Docker Hub and the Tomcat, taking any image, and then go for the specific web apps folder. Then you can copy. Now let me show that steps. It's a 2-3 lines code, okay? Just 3 lines code. Now this is official image. Now how we can choose the official image that we already knows about. Let me go for the Docker Hub. If you go for Docker Hub, the next what we do now? If you Docker Hub, the next what? Now let me search with the Tomcat. Let me search with the Tomcat. And if you go for Tomcat official image, and you can see the tags, you have a lot of tags here now. If you can see, this is a Tomcat colon, this is Tomcat colon, this is Tomcat colon like this. Now if you see, there is a lot of like as almost 10 pages plus we had. If you can see, right? OpenJDK, OP11, OP9, OpenJDK Bluster, OpenJDK Slim, we have lot of images. We had lot of images. We can take a like a lightweight one for this. Now let me do the for this right now. Now this is like a maintainer, or this maintainer is the deprecated one. This maintainer is the deprecated one, and even we'll discuss about the working directory also. What is the difference between working directory? Okay, let's keep it this. I'll show that what is working directory. If it is not that, we'll see that what happens. Okay, let me discuss about the working directory also today. Now what I'm telling this is a working directory. Working directory means it's kind of, if there is no directory, this it will create a directory and then it will move to the cd. It will move to the cd. It's the same command like as. Now how do you do this, right? Now let's say mkdir, like as like let's say Madhu Mother folder. Now this inside the mother folder you need to go, right? Now this is the what? Now this is the what? Create a directory and moving to the directory. If a directory already exists, it will go to that directory, this working directory. Sorry guys. Understand, this working directory means if it is a directory is already exists, it will move to that directory and it will say that, hey, I am here now. Means present working directory is I'm standing this. Okay, means if you copy this var file, under which path will be copied, this path will be copied. If you don't want to use the working directory, then what you should do? You should specify this path into here. Now let me show the difference. Okay, let me show the difference. Let me uncommented this to copy this, and then even this maintainer is the optional. This maintainer is the optional. This maintainer is the optional, or else we can nowadays we can use that is the deprecated. Now we can use the label. Okay, label. Okay, is it clear, guys? Any question in this? Sir, how do you know this? How do you know this path? Now, if you want to know that, then we need to refer the official document. Then go for description, and you can see that now they will give that what is the path. This is the base path. This is the base path for tomcat. This temp folder, and then after temp folder and the con folder, and then web apps folder, everything under the this user local tomcat. Now that is a just ID for user local tomcat and web apps folder. Is it clear now, guys? And this var file name, what it is? This is not a short name. Now what we have a name. That name we need to keep in that. What name? Let me go for our Linux server. Take this name. Oh, this cat target. Just want to know that where we are standing. Why you need to pwd? Pwd command, what is the use of pwd? Just want to show you guys where we are standing now. That's what I commented that. If you see that, I commented that as of now. Now you want to see that where we are standing. This is about troubleshooting we do in, like as in a Docker image. If you want to print something, okay, and you want to check something, you can use the like as run command, and then what are the command you want to be. Is it clear now? And this content will be copied here. And these two command, these if you want to comment in your Dockerfile, you can use the hash. Okay, if you want to comment, you can use the hash. Now, if you guys are confused, what I do, I don't want to use right now. Let me on this, these 3 lines. Any question on these 3 lines? Even if you don't want to, this also, you can close this also. You can close this also. It will work for you. Only 2 lines. You click, then finally you guys will get a doubt. Sir, where is the CMD or where is the entry point?
Copy
The
statement
next
there.
question is that what? Copy?
Yeah, Madhu, this is Venkat.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, copy line there, no? Copy the string.
Correct. It is then next. What the
These
question?
two, yeah, this director and hello statement. This is a hello or I am not able to understand this one.
This one you want need to understand means you need to watch the previous session. Now it is a
Oh,
Java application. This
okay,
Java application we validate, compile, and packages, and we got output of your Java application.
okay,
We got this is a Java code. This is the Spring 3 Java application means it's a Java code. This is a Java project. This is Java microservice. Okay,
okay,
and we implement this code, and this code we are validate, compile. We got a final output.
okay,
This it will come the based on your pom.xml file.
okay.
Is it clear now? If you see this
Yeah,
pom.xml file, this is the Java code. In the src folder, we have a code inside like as inside the pom.xml file. Okay, inside this pom.xml file, and this is the name. What is the name it will create? What is the var name? What is the version? Grouping these strings, and it will create a our var file name.
okay.
Okay,
That is
this
a
is we
compile.
discussed. This is we discussed in our like as BAM and course and all those.
Mhm.
This is a manual life cycle and all you should know because this is a first class for you, I think so, right?
Yeah.
No, this is don't keep it long. This is just we have a developer, we given a code. That code we are validate, compile, and then done. And we execute a MVN package
Okay.
command. This when you execute that MVN package command, this we got a output. This output
Yeah.
we are making a Dockerize now.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Is it
it.
clear now?
Yeah. This is second line Google local tomcat. This is a working directory. You are moving this to in this directory.
Like if you want to deploy into Tomcat, no, we need to
Okay.
deploy into the web apps folder. There is a one folder in web apps, Tomcat. That folder we need to copy these WAR files. Then it will be deployed into Tomcat.
Okay.
Okay, this is again Tomcat session. We had discussed Maven and Tomcat in the previous Jenkins topics. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
if
Madhav.
you watch that videos, you will get a lot of clear on this.
Okay. Got it.
You will understand. If you have any questions, we'll talk later. Guys, is it clear
Okay.
for you guys? Others, guys. Okay, it's a simple. Okay, like basically, if you know that Tomcat, then you will guys. Okay, cool. These two lines, sir. Next question. Sir, where is the CMD entry point, sir? Do we no need to require it? Because if you're not mentioning here, what it will do? What are the base image you have a CMD entry point that will be treated as a entry point for them. Then what is that? What is this image entry point or CMD? Well, how I know that? Now go and see that. Where can I see that? Now let me show that.
No problem.
Like this. Let me go through that. Okay, like see here. 1 second. They will send a this readme file. Go to this GitHub. Okay, and take for Tomcat and take an image. What are the image? Okay, what are the image you can take? If you take image, tag. Now this is the code they've written. They take a base image of OpenJDK and they mention the Catalina environment. These commands we'll discuss later. Okay, this is what we are talking about in working directory run command. The same command env run, all these commands will be used. And then finally, what they run catalina.sh and then run command. And this exposing the 8080 port. Now this command will be executed for us. If you want to start the Tomcat, basically start.sh or catalina.sh, we are going to run that. We talked about in this into our Tomcat codes. Is it clear, guys? Clear or not? Now means you no need to run the this catalina.sh in your command. Sir, if I run, what happens, sir? Nothing will happen. It will be like as it will take first your Dockerfile instruction. Okay, in catalina.sh, it will be run this. Now, because it will say that this file is not available for your even if you run right now this file is won't look for your in your working directory, then it will throw the error like as your this is file not found error. Okay, you can't run this. Now, if you want to run this, you can download manually. Go to the Tomcat manual. Go to the Tomcat config folder, bin folder. Inside the bin folder, this catalina.sh is available. Then we can run that manually download it. That is a manual procedure. Is it clear, guys? That is the reason we don't need to mention that in this one. Sir, I don't want to use the official Tomcat, sir. How can I do? Then in that scenario, what you should do, you can use the like as Ubuntu base image, then install Java instructions, and the next downloading Tomcat and all, then go to the Tomcat webs folder, copy this WAR file. The next at the end CMD or entry point, then run the catalina.sh or else startup.sh command in the go for in the bin folder, then we run. Then your own Tomcat server will be up and running for you. But in this effort, you need to download a Java, you need to download the Tomcat, and after downloading, it will be huge package again. That entire package will be stored into your container. Then it will be like a lot of big size. The image size will be increased. If the image size will be increased, now if you deploy the same image into the 100 times, and like as the same size into 100 times extra. 100 times extra means now that will be this much big will come. That's the reason we won't do that like as the manual process. Understand now, guys? Clear? Now we are trying to do like as much as decrease our Docker image size. That's what our like as first instruction as a DevOps guy that you should be take care of first. Okay. Now we've written this. Let's see that any question in this Dockerfile, guys. Any question in this Dockerfile? Now, let me copy this current one, which I make it. These two lines, okay. Copy this. Copy these two lines. Okay. The next, what we're gonna do? We can one comma $D shortcut to delete all the lines, and then paste it. And then paste it. Now this name is your wish. You can keep it the same name. If this name you can keep it, your context path is that. Or else, if you want to make it a short your context path, then you can make it a like as whatever you want. Like as you can keep it. Now Spring 4, you can like that. Spring 4 is not, let's say Spring app, let's say. Is it clear? Clear, guys? Now let's we deploy. Let's save this file and then let's build. Tell me, guys, build command fast. What is the build command? Guys, type. I'll wait. Docker build. Okay. -t. The next, what after that? What do you do? I need to do or what? Okay, image name. Okay. Now let's say my tomcat. My tomcat app. Let's say my tomcat app. The next one. And then data. Okay, cool. Now that's it. Now what happened here? It's saying that what? BOILD build. Now it will build. Okay, this base image is not available. Then it will download the base image. The base image is not available. It's downloading from Docker Hub. I guess one guy is asked me, what is the difference between the image and Docker, sir, in our file? That what's the from starting itself we are using this same code. You are not a fresher for our course, right? I'm sharing in here. Take that in a Jenkins. We'll rectify that. We'll rectify that. File not found. Copy. The path is basically what happened. Same error means we did wrong, no? We did wrong. Like in the Docker file, we did wrong.
That source file, if we
What
give
I
the
did wrong,
entire path, like that var file path.
We did the wrong actually. Okay. Where is this available? This var file under the target folder, no? Current path where in the Docker file is the current path. What? It's a different, right? We should be give the target folder. Understand, right? This is.
Sir, if you give the entire path of the target, entire absolute path also we are getting same errors.
It will work. It will work. How it works? It won't give any problem. Let me do that also. Okay. Just Spring app, right? Now what you should do? Let's do for like as you can do the current path / target / now let's do this because this var file is available under the target folder in the current path to this target folder where we are now outside of target folder. We are now see we are in the outside of target folder. Inside this var file is located under the target folder. Is it clear now? Let's build it. Copy file not found in a build context or exclude by
dot we need to remove, sir. Dot / we need to remove. Then it will work.
Let me do this. Yes. Now it just remove this. Even we are in the target folder, means you don't need to mention this also. You don't require. Okay, is it clear now? Now, or else what you do, you can create a Docker file inside target folder, but that's not a correct way. Okay, you need to create a outside of that. Is it clear now? Let's save this code, and then let's build it. still giving a shell. Now we Dockerfile. Let me right treatment. Now let me make a working directory in this scenario. No, it's not that is not required for working directory. Copy file not found. We are not using this. Okay, what I did, I let me do for F&F, and then now let me do F&F of this is the path we have our Docker file, and the context path is this. Docker daemon is the directory. Right now. Let me do one thing. Let me move this target folder to outside of Spring 3 to home directory. Let's do this. Let's do one step back. Just I'm doing this. Just I'm taking for one step back. Directory. Let me try this. Let's effect here. Then CP Spring 3 target folder. Okay, and the next let's see for strange man. Why it's not copy? It's not working.
I think you're missing out the file name completely, Madhu.
Yes, man. That's what. Even in Dockerfile also same. Let me try in Dockerfile VI. Correct, man. Like .var file is missing there. Let me check in this Dockerfile also. It is there here now. It is there here. It is there here. Let me CP and Spring 3 Spring target folder. Inside the target folder we have a Spring 3 again. Okay, this is CD command. That's no need to do the start.var file. Basically, let me do. Okay, copy to. It's copied now. Let me VA. Let me try with the Dockerfile outside of the project. Just I'm testing one thing here. Copy these two. I just copied the project outside of this source code. I'm trying this here now. Now let's build the Docker build command now outside of that. Just I copy the tomcat what are the application we have from the target folder. I copy the WAR file to outside of that folder. Now, I'm putting in this only in this outside that WAR file. Whatever do we want inside this project to outside, I copy it. That's it. Even it is there, I just copy it to here. Okay. Now let me build the Docker image file. Let's build it. What is happened? We didn't return the Docker ignore file, right? Okay. Let me 1 second, guys. CD. We don't have a ignore file right here. Yes, we don't have. Then why can't this building? Okay, leave it about. We'll check this, okay, later. Now from outside it's copied, it's built successfully, but inside this code it's not building. What I did, I copied this WAR file side outside, okay, that's I did this. The next what we do means what are the output we got that will be stored in the one folder. From that folder I copied, I built into Docker image, okay. Now this is a Docker image. What is the Docker image? This is a Docker image. Docker images. Okay, this is the image which we had by Tomcat app. What is the size? It's color around 497 MB is scale. Now tell me how to run this now. What is that? How to run this? Tell me command Docker Docker run -d then hyphen name like as let me will do red later name that we wish. Let me port and A0. Okay, A0 will do A0 that is the Tomcat port and hyphen name, any container name. This container name is that. Now this we have a var file like that Docker image. Now someone is asked yesterday, what is the difference between the image and Docker? I told you image means it's a no live for that. Means it's a like as a rock kind of, okay. It's a rock, okay. There is no moving for that. When you run that as a container, then only we can use that. No means saying we can use that rock into somewhere like as you need to be like make a god ideal, then we can puja and all we can make it. If it is simple talk, we can't do anything, right? The same thing here. Now images means like as a without charging phone, okay, like as I discussed previously. The image means it's a simply image. There is no physical one, like as we are buying a like as mobiles or seeing that images in our Flipkart or Amazon, right? That is the image, okay, that is the image. Then container means what? When you bought this in your hand and then you go put the charging and SIM, then you can use it. That is a container. Is it clear now? Who asked yesterday like what is the difference between the image and container? Okay, fine. The next name, let's give any name whatever you like. Okay, let's say my web app. Okay, and the next, what is the image name? That image name we need to keep it. What is the image we are building now? That is image name. Most we give the image name. Image ID we don't use, guys. Okay, remember that also. Okay, we use only image name. Okay, fine. The next, anything else? Now let's run it now. Now see how to check the running containers. What is the command? Hey, how to check the running containers? exe command for to again you ask the same. How to check the running containers? I didn't ask that how to log in a running container. Rish. PS-A Suchit-local we can use a Linux system, but Docker process you want to check the Docker PS only. Okay. Now Docker PS. You can see this is my Tomcat app is running now. Okay, good. Then how do you access now? We need to open this port into our application. Okay, now We already opened this port in our security groups. Now see, let me inbound rules. 800 not there. Let me add the 800 and then okay, we ran the 800, then go for instances and go for Docker, and then copy this a public DNS, and let me access that now. Access the app. See here, access the, but we don't, sir. If I click this, I got a username and password, sir. It's asking, then how I know, sir? You got a question. Yes or no? Now, what you do, you need to take a like a tomcat users.xml outside of your application, override the default like as local like as user local tomcat, and the /conf/tomcat users dot file is there. Then you can override that to this your custom file. Then you can able to access that your credentials. Okay, you can override your default credentials to this file. If any file, not only this, let's say Prometheus, Grafana, Jenkins, what are the files default config nginx, what are the default file you want to override? No, we need to write the outside of that one file. We need to copy that same file into the same directory, same path. Then it will be, instead of old file, it will be override the new file. Now we don't have a credentials, you can't access. Then what you do? We need to give the what is the context path we given there. What is the context path we given? Now go to the Dockerfile. Now this is the context path. Spring, what is the var file image? This is the context path for us. Then go and access. We don't need to require it for that, web apps. If you want web apps design, then we need to go for Spring app. Let me do this same name. No, it's not running. What you do? Let me check the container logs. Docker logs, and then container ID. This container, the server is started successfully. Now it's saying that it's okay. Let's leave it. The container started successfully 800, and when I'm accessing this tomcat, unable to access this. Context path should be the whatever. Open the Dockerfile. Control A. Why it's not running? 1 second. Let me try to new build again. We keep it the same name. I'm just testing actually. One thing. Why can't able to access this? Let me rebuild the image. I'm running. I rebuild this. VA Dockerfile. Sorry. What we are done now? We are deploy the one application. This is the what we are deployed, and we are accessing in the like as different Dockerfile. Got the mistake now? Basically we run a container in the, now this is the what This is the Dockerfile we run as a content. Now we are taking as a inside that application, the old one, old Dockerfile we are taking. Understand, guys? Now this is Spring 3. The name is the Spring 3. Your application name is the Spring 3. Clear or not, guys? Any confusion here? Now basically, let me explain again. Now we've written the one Dockerfile here, one Dockerfile inside that. Inside this, what are the file inside the Dockerfile is the name is that, but that container we are not deployed, okay? And we deployed the application inside this Dockerfile application. Now this file, what is the name content? Spring 3 it is. Now you can access the Spring 3. It should work. Now this is the app which we are deployed, which we had. This is the application. And if you want to deploy like as hello/Madhu, it is another REST API, another method. If you do this, now it will be print your name here like this. What are the name you passed? This is a REST service. You don't need to do like understand this internally. If you want internally understanding, then you need to go for this code and src main folder, and then and the Java by controller.java. If you can see here, this is a root method. If you call this, normal application will come. And if you call the hello, this name path parameter, whatever you pass, okay, now that will be replace that /hello, yes, /hello/ any name, anything, whatever you passed. Now what a name it will like, it will be passed like as, let's okay, whatever you pass, that name will come. Sir, I can't change this hello means this is the API, you can't change this, no. It will throw the like as 404. 404 means what? Page not found. Page not found means that application there is no this REST API file is not available. Understand, na? Yes. Clear, right? Clear, na? Huh. Now, like we have one thing question. Why can't this build context is failing? I'll check this. Okay, this is the first time I'm facing this issue. I'll check this from inside the application. If I try, why it's coming? Okay, the first question. I'll do this, and the next optimization will take care of tomorrow. Like as how to optimize your Dockerfile. It's a very, 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 very important concept when you go for project manager round and all, right? Now they're gonna ask this kind of. Why so that this is like as we done the number of, right, last time.
Sir, actually port forwarding again 8081. Sir, both we can't use 8081 and 8081 here, sir.
No,
F and
this is
P.
no. This is 8081. How this is your container? This is internal container port. How to use this? If you want to use this, you need to change in your application port in your tomcat, right? Base image
Server.xml.
that file you can overwrite that. Or else, what are the Docker file you returning? That that you need to be changed into a server.xml.
Okay.
That we discuss in our Jenkins time.
Okay.
That is
Okay, got
tomcat. If this is, you can keep it. This outside port you can run a number of like this run this, and again you can access one more application with this. Now you can access the same application with the like as 8081 also. Even that also running, this also running, both will be running. That is a container port. That should be there. Okay, you can keep it the same container, same port, and then outside. If you want to change this, you can change your like as image level. Understand, no? With the base
Okay.
image which you are taking, that you need to take. That is the one thing. Okay, fine. Now this is the one. And next session, what we're gonna discuss? Let's discuss about the what optimization, Dockerfile optimization. Okay, it's a very, very important, guys. Optimization and then real-time Node.js project. Let's discuss about the Node.js project. Okay, these two things we're going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Don't miss tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is a very important session. Okay, this is a very, very important session for when you go for any project manager round. And this is the where your skills will be come out as a fresher, as an experienced guy. and they will be find out you very easily. Okay, the way of your writing, the way of your implementing for your Docker files. Clear? Don't miss tomorrow. And then no, I need to wrap up now. I need to go outside. If you have any questions, we'll take tomorrow, guys. Okay. Then see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock, same time. Bye, guys. Thanks, man. Bye.